good. But today, we have a book review. Actually, we finished it last night. So we're gonna, first of all, welcome to LaceyGoodBooks. This part's gonna get moved. Okay, so we have room to do the book review. Time to do the book review. Well, whatever book it is in this pretty book box. But what book is it? Well, let's find out what it is. Drum roll please. We're reading The Wish by Nicolas today. This book was honestly about a girl named Maggie. She went to school and all that. But one of her friends, Jade, her cousin got Maggie pregnant. Her parents had to send her away to live with her Aunt Linda in Oaks Cork, North Carolina. And just hanging out and fun of that. And at her aunt's shop, she was at one day to stay with her aunt, of course, because her aunt worked at a shop with her and Linda's friend named Gwen. And this guy walked in, and then he sat right next to her and said, "Hi, I'm Bryce." And she was telling me this story of how her and Bryce became really good, close friends, and ended up to be a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. He was actually tutoring her for school, for homeschooling. And they kept hanging out. They'd take photographs, the darkroom, and moving the picture thing around to get the picture all, and all that. It was really interesting. But in the beginning of the book, it was talking about Maggie lived in New York at the time, and she had her own art gallery. And she had cancer. Don't know what kind of cancer it was. And she was doing her own YouTube channel about her journey of having cancer. Then she started telling about the story, how she got pregnant, and she's living with her Aunt Linda. And Gran comes over off and on. Then, on every Christmas, she talks about that story about her pregnancy, Bryce, and all that. Then it came to that, because they were kissing them out. Her Bryce, and all that. And then her and Bryce were going to a Walmart to meet some people of his dog, to another home for the dog. Bryce was really, really sad. He had to give his dog up. But one thing came to mind, and Maggie, it was that Of course, Christmas came around, so he hanged out with his family, really nice family. He honestly was, his family was. They invited her to Christmas at their place, and all that. And her parents came for a visit. She hardly did not know her parents really too well. She was showing her parents around Oak, North Carolina, and all that cool stuff. And then the boys took her to a lot of different places to visit, like on dates, the beach. He asked her to marry her, but that turned into a really big argument between the two. It was honestly about him wanting to get married, help raise the child, but when she got into labor, when her water broke, her Aunt Linda and her Linda's friend Gwen had to take her to the hospital. They had to go on the ferry and all of that. They made it to the hospital. She was in labor till midnight. Then she had a baby boy, but she had to give the baby boy up for adoption. I find this book actually a really good read because it was so more interesting, and it was such a really, really good book. And it's like about more Christmas, the New Year's, and all that, with Bryce and his family, and her aunt, and things like Gwen, and all that. Then when she was in New York, of course he went to college, then Bryce went into the military, but he passed away in the military. Her aunt wrote her a letter that was kind of making her depressed. She was crying a lot. And she was talking to this guy named Mark, who worked at the gallery with some other people. And that. And gave me some of her drawings, some of her photographs as Christmas presents to the rest of the staff. Yeah. So that was cool. Her parents came for a visit in New York, where she was living in her own apartment at the time. They were helping out the stuff around the apartment, and yeah. Then, actually, after Bryce died, kind of thing, she was crying a lot, didn't know what to do, and it was like a really sad situation because she kept seeing it on the news and all that. Then she was talking about the story again and all that. And the book was actually kind of sad. Maggie also passed away at the end. That was a really sad situation also. But seeing with Bryce in heaven, I remember all the good times they had. And Abigail and Mark, I believe, part of it was mostly about that her son, the one she had to put up adoption in him as a baby, was probably part of the talking about what's the journey and all that. And this book, honestly, I would give this like a 5 to 4 stars. But actually, 5 stars because this book was so interesting and so neat. Because on the back of it, Nicolas Sparks. Now, time for the shout outs. I'm going to put this back in here right now. So we're done. First, let's do Countdown to Halloween. So what dress am I going to pick out this time? Yes. What are green and fly around beaches? Well, the best way to that is sea ghost. That was actually pretty funny, you think? Pretty funny. Now time for the shoutouts. We have Emily_Posey_Zimmer_Sunday. And we're going to hit follow. And we have Rainbow May of Love. So that's it. Follow on that one. And we have one more. This is actually part of the Fish family. If you guys don't know Madison and Kite, and the children. This one is Fish Fam Forever. And we also click follow. Okay, time for the one first tip and one tip of the Lord. The first tip of the Lord is if something goes wrong, you should always go to the Lord because He can fix the situation, like I keep saying. But don't let little things bother you because it doesn't get fixed like that right away. It's good to talk about it, just get it out in the open. But for the most part, if someone leaves a comment that is not somebody who should be leaving that comment, just delete that comment as best as you can. If it doesn't stop, let the Lord take care of it. Leave it at the Lord's feet. Now the friendship tip. Friends are awesome. Like I keep saying, friends are cool. But if you get ready to a Halloween party or something, and your friend or best friend wants to give you a costume to wear for that Halloween party, well, there's a chance to become a great friend and a great best friend too, that you can handle the best friend at a Halloween party, and they will look after you if you're doing sweets and stuff like that. Hit the subscribe button down below. Click on navigation bell for more fun book reviews and updates coming your way. And we have the end of the vlog coming up, but there's going to be a big surprise on that. And that's really coming up. I'm actually quite excited for it because we came down with a cool idea. But I'm not going to let you guys know the cool idea for the 100th vlog on LaceyGoodBooks. It's going to be absolutely spectacular and amazing. Thank you to come to LaceyGoodBooks. Please come again. Comment, like, share. To your family, friends, whoever who you want to be a part of this book family. Make sure that let them know about LaceyGoodBooks because this channel is actually really good. I love it. Thank you, family. You guys are thank you, family, to me. Now, do you trust that? But remember, the Lord has to be first in your life than anybody else. We need to focus more on the Lord with our book family because it's kind of fun to learn more about the Lord and just keep you paid and all that. If you really want to recommend this video, guys, when you click down to the white subscribe button down below. And click the navigation bell for more fun book reviews and updates coming your way. Thank you guys for coming to LaceyGoodBooks. I'm happy you love it here. And want to be part of the book family? Please put it down in the comments below. Thank you guys for coming to LaceyGoodBooks. We are lovable here at LaceyGoodBooks. And of course we do welcome newcomers. If you want to put a comment below saying I want to be part of the book family, you absolutely could. One more thing. For my book family ears, reading is awesome. So keep on reading your book and imagine the book in picture images. That'd be really kind of cool. Thank you guys for coming. And always remember to give this like a big thumbs up. And we all love you here at LaceyGoodBooks. Give this like a big thumbs up. And remember, The Wish is an awesome read. So please read it because the book was amazing. Thanks guys. Give this like a big thumbs up and peace out.